Very good afternoon to all. I welcome you for a lecture of production and operation management. We have completed our chapter number 1, and now today we will start our chapter number 2. So in chapter number 1, we have discussed about the basic aspects related to production and operation management. What is production? What is production management? What is operation? What is operation management? What are the different things covered under production? Let it be product, let it be service. Then further we have discussed about the different strategic decisions, maybe long term, maybe short term. Then we have discussed about the production system and types. Like very first we have discussed about the make to stock, and then make to assemble. This we have discussed. Make to order. Then we have one for this job production, job type production or job shop production, then batch, then mass, and then continuous. And then we have discussed what are the pros and cons or advantages, disadvantages, and situations in which this type of production systems are used. And in this, in addition to this, I have given you a first case study, as you have to take the 6 industries. Out of these 3-4 you might have visited or known to you in your area, and 1-2 you can take from internet, and you have to segregate that particular industries into this whatever just I have given you the idea, whether it is the make to stock, make to order, or make to assemble, and then whether it is job type, batch type, mass type, or continuous type, and you have to justify your answer. So this is about our chapter number 1. Then now let us start, friends, chapter number 2. So very important concept, this chapter number 2. It deals with the forecasting. So I have given you a rough idea about what is this forecasting. So now let us discuss in detail what is exactly forecasting means, and what are the different things that we will cover in this particular forecasting. So let us start forecasting. It is nothing but to predict. In Marathi you can call it as भाकीत करणे, भाकीत वर्तवणे. So like this is nothing but the forecasting.
Recording in progress.
Okay, so here what are the different learning objectives? So you can see here, identify principles of forecasting, explain the needs of forecasting. So what we will learn in this chapter, what are the different principles of forecasting? What are the different needs of forecasting? Why forecasting is needed? What is the significance of forecasting in the different areas, starting from the raw material requirement up to finish, then in whatever the different products which are directly taken, like nuts and bolts, which are used for assembly purpose, then related to raw material, related to consumables, related to the main material required for the production. This is, I have given you idea about the raw material and in process. And if you consider about the final product, then what is the demand in the market and how these products are required. And I have already given you the, let us take the same example as we have discussed in chapter 1, this forecasting. Now there will be, for example, there was a huge demand for this mask and sanitizer, and very loss or shortage for maybe month or 2 months, all we have faced. So this is nothing but the forecasting, the need of forecasting, why it is needed. This we will learn. Then identify the types of forecasting methods and their characteristics. So friends, there are different forecasting methods. So we can identify, and based on this, what are the different methods and what are the different characteristics. And let us discuss related to that, what are the different methods and characteristics, and we will proceed further. Then let us start, friends. What is forecasting? So after having a brief review about what do you mean by the production and operation management, and what are the functions and what is the scope, let us move to the next bit, that is what is forecasting. So here the basic definition is given. The forecasting is the process of predicting a future event based on the historical data. Very, very important. Process of predicting a future event. I have already given you idea. It is nothing but prediction. So predicting a future event based on the historical data, previous data that is in our hand. So based on this forecasting is done. So it may be in any of the areas. We will discuss many examples related to this so that your concepts will get clear more and more. So it is nothing but the predicting a future event based on the historical data. Whatever the data in past we have, let us analyze the data and predict based on that data what will happen and what is the demand and what are the things related to what we are discussing in future. It is nothing but the forecasting. Forecasting, predicting, भाकीत करणे, भाकीत वर्तवणे. Understanding of forecasting. See, it's simple patterns. We will go in detail, but just a example to you. Predict the next number in the pattern. This is just a small exercise like that. 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5. What is next? Now, what you will do? I don't want here answer as whatever 3.6, etc. I don't want the answer. What is the predicting the number by analyzing the historical? So what is previous? 3.5, 3.4, 3.3, 3.2, 3.1. Analyzing the trend and then putting the next number as 3.6. This is just an example. The very basic concept I want to give you related to forecasting. Then we will go for different methods and the characteristics of the methods, that also we will go. This is just very basic thing that I want to make you clear, make you aware. It is 3.6. Then 2.5, 4.5, 6.5, 8.5, 10.5. What next? What next? So here you can see the trend, the analysis, 10.5, 8.5, 6.5, 4.5, 2.5. So a difference of 2. Starting value 2.5. No any other correlation can be observed in this. So like this, you can go and you can take that this will be the next number. So this is the just analysis. See, the same thing I have mentioned. So 3.6. 3.6 is the number in the prediction in the next, because starting from 3.1, a gradual increment of 0.1, it becomes 3.2. Increment of 0.1, it becomes 3.3. Increment of 0.1, it becomes 3.4, and like on. And we have to predict the next number for 3.5. So the number is predicted at 3.6. Friend, this is just the concept, basic concept that we are discussing about the forecasting. Okay, then in detail we will discuss, and there is some numerical treatment also in this chapter. Therefore, this is interesting chapter in this production and operation management. Next, you can take 2.5, 4.5, 6.5, 8.5, 10.5, 12.5. So here you can observe the trend is started at 2.5 and it is continuously changing. The next number plus 2, next number plus 2, next number plus 2, and after 10.5, we have said, we have mentioned there the number as 12.5. So this you can identify the trend based on what are the previous values. Therefore, what we have predicted, friends, we have said that predicting a future event. So we have predicted a value based on the historical data. What is historical data? These are nothing but the 5 values. And based on the trend of the 5 values, the 6th value is predicted. And based on this example B, based on again 5 values having some different trend as compared to A. So A and B trends are different, the values are different. Therefore, the next value is predicted. So you can see here the value. Now, where it is used. So this forecasting having very high potential application in numerous areas that I will give you example also. At last I will give, not at first. So production. To predict the product requirement for future sale. Let us take 2-3 different examples. Production. To predict the product requirement for future sale. What are the different products required in near future? Again, we will take example that, for example, you take the bikes. So the more demand will be there on the different, we can say seasonal demand, I can say, on the different auspicious occasions like Dasara, like Diwali, then like Gudi Padwa, and many more, etc., etc., etc. So these are the some pointers where this purchase of new bike is there. So, or new car, whatever new things are there, not only bike, car, TV, then mobile, and the companies are also offering a we can say offer related to these things, that if you purchase this 20% discount, sale valid only for 1 day, 2 day, valid up to 11:59.59, whatever, like this means 59 minutes and 59 seconds, whatever. These are the some marketing strategies, definitely. But what I want to say, to produce the product for future sale. So, for example, if there are generally 100 motorbikes sold in one district, or you take in India as, for example, that 5,000 bikes are getting sold, I will use continuous, 5,000 bikes are getting sold for, you can say January, February, March, then sudden drastic, and in the month of April, you will out of for this 5,000, you will observe the sale as 10,000. And again, May, June, July, August, 5,000 only. And in the month of October and November, again the sale reaches to 12,000 and 13,000 instead of 5,000. And again in December, again good sale, 8,000 to 9,000. So here you can predict that the trend is constant. As for example, 5,000, not exactly. It one of the month maybe 4,900, one of the month maybe 5,100. I have given you the average value. But what happens in April, then you will go, so, okay, there are 2-3 festivals in April. Therefore, on the occasion of festivals, people prefer more to purchase this type of bike or car or any. Then again, the normal trend continues. And again, in the month of this November, October, again bike trend. Okay. So this is the product requirement, that this much product will get sold. And this is the requirement in market, and we should be in a position to fulfill the requirement of market. This should not be the case that, okay, I want in Dasra, then I have to book before 7 to 8 months. Again, that is also good condition, that this indicates that your product is having that much good sale. Therefore, this booking is required. But another controversy is that all will not wait up to that time. So many people will go for the different option, that, okay, this is not getting, I will prefer the similar type of bike with other company with some lesser cost. Predict the product requirement. Second example we will take, friends. So you take the second example as, I can say, you can take the refrigerator or a cooler or air conditioners, whatever these type of examples you can take. So if you refer these examples, then you will come to know that if you again go for the sale is at peak, maybe in the month of March, April. And again, the many means now another trend may be there, that the prices may be less in winter, therefore anybody can purchase in winter also. But in generally, you can say the sale is increasing for this in case of April only, May, March, like this. Okay, then if you see, I will take the example of umbrellas. So if you take the example of umbrella, you will find that very less sale is there in the month of December or November or January. But you will find a good sale in month of May and June. Again, due to season, due to the requirement, that is. So this is the production. So to predict the product requirement for future sale, that what are the different products required and what is the quantity is required in near future, so that one can go for manufacturing, one can go for supply it to the customers. So this is the requirement in production. I have given you 2-3 examples, like you can create many more examples. Inventory. To predict the material requirement, this is the second, material requirement. Now, okay, you understood that 10,000 bikes I have to produce for Diwali. Okay, no problem. You started production, your daily capacity is 6,000. You go for some additional changes and go with that, increasing your capacity up to 7 to 8,000, or you are keeping as an inventory in all the months. If you are not producing that, then by forecasting in the month of April, May only, you will start that I will preserve, I will prepare some more bikes and I will keep it ready for Diwali. Okay, just for example, to predict the material requirement. Now the fabrication of that or assembly part of whatever the bike material requirement is there. So here also forecasting is required. If you want to have, or if you want to sell a particular bike 10,000 quantity, then at the same time you have to think about that for 10,000 bikes, the headlight, the indicator, and the many parts, you can say whatever the parts you feel, the piston ring, piston cylinder, different nut bolts, tires, etc. And then you can take silencer. So these are the various vendors in the industry. For example, let's take Bajaj or Honda or any other Yamaha. They are not manufacturing these all small parts. So if you take the example of, let's take silencer. So different models of silencers are there. So that Bajaj is not manufacturing that silencer, or Bajaj is not manufacturing that indicators or the nut and bolts required for the indicator. No. Then they are taking it from some of the vendors. Now, the target of Bajaj, Honda or Yamaha is to produce 10,000. It is one side, but at the same time, inventory. Here also forecasting is required. If you are saying that these items are required for you, at the same time, you have to take care of that these many indicators and these many nut bolts and these many whatever the wiring, electronic parts, electrical parts, spark plug, piston rings, whatever the different, I say 1,000 items required for manufacturing a car from small bolt, whether all components are ready. So this is your material requirement, material planning. So you have to think in this way also, that here also forecasting is required, very, very important. So it is not the case that forecasting is required only for production. If it is required for production, then production, where from you will get the products. So whatever you can fabricate, whatever you can produce in your company, that is different. But apart from this, friends, you can, or you are taking, the company is taking many, or the company is purchasing many of the products, outsourcing or purchasing from different vendors. And this is the inventory planning. Okay, this is about outside. Now let us come to the shop, inside planning. To predict the material requirement, here you can say that everything is ready. Now, whatever the products required from your outside vendors, you have taken care about inside. For example, at the operation number 5, when the operation number 4 is not completed, the job will not ready. So the operation number 5, the machine is idle and the chassis and vehicle is idle, and it is waiting for the further assemblies coming from operation number 4. Again, this also you have to take care. Here also inventory, that in 1 hour, this, for example, whatever the rings are there, that 100 rings are required in 1 hour, and you are getting only 80. You have to go for some additional lathe machine, drilling machine, and milling or vertical and horizontal boring machines. And you have to go for some planning, that how I can provide that 100 number to that particular center number 5, so that it will not wait for that remaining 20. Now you are providing 80 and 100 is the requirement. So this is the inventory. So inventory is not only the raw material plus in process. So in overall, I can say material requirement. In order to have the production, a sale as per our desired capacities, desired requirement, one has to think for the material requirement also. That forecasting is very, very essential in material requirement also. Then next, personnel, to predict the manpower for production. Very, very important, personnel. Here you can say, that for personnel, now, okay, the camera gets off. Okay, the personnel. So here you can say what type of manpower is required to you. Semi-skilled, skilled, totally not skilled. What is the requirement? Because it is only in continuous production, very less interference is there. If you take the example of batch type production and the different tablets are manufactured in the company Cipla, or if any other batch type production, the different pipes are being manufactured in one of our Kothari pipes at Mohol, then what is the manpower required? Now you have taken care for the product requirement. Okay, that these are the products required in this month, and we have to go for this fabrication or manufacturing of it, so that we can sell it. No problem. Now, material required also you have planned. Everything is ready. Everything is with you. You have taken care for what is the material required. Now, last part is, or next part, I will not say last. Next part is personnel, who will carry out these particular operations. who will carry out which operation, what is the requirement. Here also forecasting is very, very important. This should not happen that only few persons are doing. So let us take example of job type production. So it is very means a skilled and highly skilled and semi-skilled personnel requirement is more in job type production. Job is ready, material is ready, welding, everything is ready, that machine, welding machine, everything, but welder is not available for that particular highly skilled welding. What is the use? So if the welding is required to be performed by hand or manually, I will say the welder is must. So the planning and forecasting for the personnel that at this junction, this point, I want a team of 10 welders who will complete the task in the stipulated or given time. So this is the next requirement. Then you can see here weather, traffic, stock market. Where the forecasting is used for weather. So what is weather is nothing but everything is forecasting only. If you see the weather, whether they are having the actual ideas. So whatever the calculations they are having, where there is the we can say the historical that if this type of any we can say low pressure band is generated in this type of sea or in this region of sea, then definitely it will have the rainfall in this region. In Marathi you might have heard what I have said that पश्चिम अरबी समुद्रात किंवा पूर्वेकडील बंगाल समुद्रामध्ये कमी दाबाचा पट्टा निर्माण झाल्यामुळे वादळ वगैरे एव्हरीथिंग इज फोरकास्टिंग. सी अँड दिस इज नॉट व्हॉट एव्हर इज जनरेटिंग. अगेन forecasting means what? Just understanding that. Let us take any you can say any of the example. So you might have heard this word that cyclone, nisarga chakriwadal. So it is moving with this speed and it will hit to Bombay and then it will further hit in this path and it will go to Gujarat and further it will move like this. What is this? These are nothing but the predictions. Then for this year the monsoon will have this mm and monsoon this characteristics like this and average rainfall will be this and in the month wise it will be this. What is this? These are the sum of the calculations, some of the statistical predictions based on whatever the previous 10, 15, 20, 50 years data in hand, that if these are the situations, then this is going to happen, and based on that historical data, the predictions will be made for weather. This is nothing but weather. Traffic. No need to give explanation about this. So forecasting for traffic, you can take any of the example. In general, I will say, you take I will not go to any Pune or I can say Mumbai or whatever that highways. You take just a similar example of Pandharpur, only just one example of Pandharpur. I can say, I can predict, I can forecast that on the monthly Ekadashi in Pandharpur you will observe more traffic. If 15 minutes are required to travel from anybody's home to college, then for that day 17 minutes may required due to the traffic. And if there are 4 major waris, for 2 waris you may require 18 minutes and remaining 1 wari, that you can say Kartiki 20 minutes, and during Ashadi that 2-3 days you may take 30 minutes or more than that. So what is this? This is nothing but the prediction based on whatever the data that we are having. And I have purposefully given you not any book example. I want to connect you with our live example. So this is the example that you can take. Now what you will say, no study is required for this. We are observing, you are observing last 2-3 years, whatever the situation. And those who are from Pandharpur, a nearby area, they are observing maybe last from 5-10 years, whatever. So the traffic conditions or the crowd, the pilgrims, they visit to Pandharpur for that particular Ekadashi period is more, and due to this the more traffic will this I just want to correlate. This you don't take this traffic again, coordination, the signals and the analysis and time for the signal and how to control in which area. Then in the evening time the traffic will be more. You take any of the city, in morning also sometime the traffic will be more, and from 11 to 4 or 5 the traffic will average, and night 11 PM to morning again the traffic will lesser. So these are the some of the things that based on what are the different, which is the area, what is the city for which that prediction is applied, and based on the working timings and the population and etc things, it can be predicted. So this is just example I am giving related to traffic. The last I have said in the first line only that one very good example, stock market. So it is nothing but purely prediction. So whatever the stock exchange, stock market, and whatever the share market, and whatever this Nifty, etc., what is the share market, etc., the trending you can predict. And you see the person who is predicting at least 70-80% accurately, he will gain more and more. So I don't want to speak in the stock market more, but as an understanding, as one of the best example I can say in this prediction of the future trend. So what are the trends, from what the trend that particular stock has started, and how it is going, what are the different in last 6 months, last 8 months, what are the peaks and peaks and like this up and downs for that particular share, and based on this, based on the market strategy, based on the profit and loss, you can see this all people are watching maybe annual year end, then quarter end, then 6 months end and annual end. So the company is declaring their profits, their shares and something like that. And based on also, you can observe there is a sudden rise in any one of the value or sudden fall in any one of the value. So this is stock market. So I just want to highlight what are the different, you can say, this areas where this prediction system can be used as a forecasting. Need for forecasting. Why it is required? So you can see there some of the needs are given here. So we will discuss one by one in detail. So majority of the activities of the industry depend upon the future sales. See, many of the majority of the industry depending upon the sale only they are planning. If no sale is there, then why they are purchasing and why they are manufacturing that particular component? Then what are the activities? Definitely they are linked with the future sales. If there is a sale in this month for any one of the bike, 10,000 or 1 lakh bikes per month, definitely they will increase their production and they will strive hard to complete the target. Projected demand for the future assist in decision making with respect to investment in plant and machinery, market planning and programs. What is mentioned here? Projected demand for the future sales. Projected demand, analyze demand, what is required for the future sale, assist in decision making. If I come to know that for this product in the month of January, now I am producing 2000 items, 2000 products for that per month, and the demand will go up to 5,000 per month in the month of January. It will assist me in decision making with respect to investment in plant, whether this plant can manufacture 5,000. If no, and if the order is fixed, the market is good, I am catching the more and more market. Then in this case, you can say that this machinery and market, whether I should invest in machinery, whether I should invest in this market planning, what are the different programs, what are the different strategies, and what are the different plant and machinery that I should invest in order to increase my production from 2000 to 5,000. See, 2000 to 5,000. This is very important. So this, whatever the demand is there, projected demand in future, that these many items are required for me in near future, it will assist me to make decision in these aspects. Then next we will go for to schedule the production activity to ensure optimum utilization of plant capacity. So I am producing 2000. Let us check whether I can go at least for 2500 by the existing plants. So I will schedule the production activity to ensure optimum utilization of plant's capacity. So the capacity may be man, machine, whatever the material, etc. All the resources that company should utilize in very optimized level. So this is the next thing for the need for forecasting is there. If I am having the idea, clear-cut idea that these are the products required in this month, then I can go for scheduling as per requirement and optimum utilization of this plant's capacity I can assure. So this is the next thing. Then to prepare a material planning, to take up replacement action, to make the materials available at a right quantity at right time. Very, very important. Now you are aware that you have to go for manufacturing of 5,000 units in the month of January. Now what is, you can say 20th of October. So you are having some time in your hand, and this will definitely allow you to prepare the material planning. What are the different materials required? What we have to make and what we can purchase readily, to take up the replacement action to make the materials available, so that available material should be available in a right quantity, right time, and I will add here at right quality also, of right quality. So the required material will be available within the right time and right quantity. So this is here the need of forecasting is there. If I am not aware that 5,000 products are required in January, I will continue with only 2,000 products as my monthly. And when there is a demand rise in the month of December end or January 1st week, you will come to know that, okay, 5,000 items are required and now my capacity is only 2,000. What is the use? You cannot fulfill the demand of the market, and ultimately some of the customers definitely they will wait for you, but many of the customers you will lose, and they will go for any other product. They will purchase any other product and they will go for choosing the different product similar to you, because your product, though it is very, very good, having very high market, but it is not available in the market. Okay, to provide an information about the relationship between demand for different products in order to obtain a balanced production in terms of quantity required of different products as a function of time. See, here I will give you the example. Let us take, friends, the example of that any of the drug manufacturing company. So you take the example of Cipla, you take the example of Glenmark, Wockhardt, different companies are there. So balanced production in terms of quantity required of different products as a function of time. Sorry, the company is manufacturing the tablets for acidity, antacid, you can say. The company is manufacturing the tablets for flu. The company is manufacturing antibiotics. The company is manufacturing plain paracetamol. Paracetamol with the combination of ibuprofen. These are the some of the names in that particular field, tablets, pharmacy. So that is 4 or 5 different tablets are there, and each tablet is having its own characteristics. So now relationship between demand for the products, that this crocin tablet or a tablet, that paracetamol 500 mg, it is having a continuous demand. So the company will produce it continuously, no problem. Okay, then the second you take, again, if it is continuously required and if the plant is not allowing it to go for continuous, then what they will do? What is the monthly requirement? So they will produce the tablets for next 6 months and they will stop the production, and in the next 8 days they will go for the other top production. So balance the production in terms of quantity required of different products. The Cipla is manufacturing, for example, 10 products. Then it is not the case that they will go for only one product continuously, that crocin, no. What are the different products are there? The different products will be manufactured continuously And again, that different products as a function of time, whenever required, that different products are available. This is the forecasting. This should not be the case that 8 products I have made, 8 are available and 2 are required. It is not the case that you are having some different symptoms and you are taking crucian. No, every that tablet is having, or every, I will say, I will make it the sentence generalized, not specific. So every product has its own functionality. So what is the purpose of that crucian tablet? It is different. It will not be applicable to any of the other purpose for which it is not desired. So it is having the there are the functions of different tablets. So what I want, coming back to the point, relationship between demand for different products. So what are the demand for these 10 different tablets in order to obtain balanced production, so that in continuous year that these 10 tablets that Cipla can provide continuously, Glenmark can provide continuously, or Serum is manufacturing these different injections. So they can provide this, for example, 100 different injections that they are producing. So they can provide in the quantity and again function of time, at what time it is required. Then next we will go for forecasting is going to provide a future trend, which is very much essential for product design and development. This is very much, I can say, ultimate need for forecasting. Forecasting is going to provide a future trend, that what is required. So you can see here that I have given you many examples, last 3-4 examples you take. We have taken the example of bike, then refrigerator, then cooler, then tablet, different examples we have discussed. So forecasting is going to provide a future trend, what is required in this particular area. Future trend, which is very much essential for product design and development, because then one can come to know that how this product is required to be designed, how it is required to be developed. Because if you are having, or any company is having, the complete idea about that product, that this is the product and it is having requirement in this month, and this month, and remaining it is not required at all. So here you can say that essential for product design and product development. So this is the, you can say, the need for forecasting. Types of forecasting. So need for forecasting, I can say, or we can highlight here as this future sale prediction is the first very prime, we can say, need for predicting the future sale. Forecasting is required. Then what is, depending upon this demand, the company or the industry can make decision making in respect of the investment in plan, what are the machineries required, and what is the market planning and programs and strategies required. Then if the company is having clear idea about this, what are the different future sales, then definitely the production activity can be planned effectively, and the utilization, optimum utilization of plant's capacity possible. So this is there is the need for forecasting. Then the material planning, because if we can say that these are the products required in this particular day, the product is required, right? But what are the raw material and what are the things that are required to be fabricated in shop, and what are the different small products or other accessories and parts that are required to be purchased from any other vendor or from market, and then finally assembling it so that you can say your product is ready. So not only product, but based on the product, what are the different material planning, that is also, there is also need for forecasting. Then if a company is manufacturing 10 different products and each product is having some different range, in this case also you can say, to have a balance the production terms in terms of quantity, quality, and at desired time, again there is a need for forecasting. And as an outcome of the 5 what we have discussed, here we can say forecasting is going to provide a future trend. The future trend means next 1 year I can predict. In the monthly 5,000 is the target. and in the October, November, it is going to 10,000. Again, in the month of April, it is going to 10,000, and for rest of the it is 5,000 for product design and development. So by analyzing this, one can say that whether there is a requirement to go for designing a new product and to design a new product to develop a new product. So these are the further things that are required to be, you can say, there is a need for forecasting. So friends, today we have started with this forecasting, and we have discussed very first about the objectives. Then we have discussed what is the prediction of future event based on two simple numbers, I can say numerical or numbers, and where the forecasting is used, what is the significance in production, inventory, personal, and I have also given examples related to weather, traffic, stock market, etc. And then we have focused, we have discussed about the need for forecasting. So the next part is what are the different types of forecasting, and quantitative and qualitative. This we will discuss in next lecture. Be in the meeting, just wait. Thank you very much.